And here we are. It is yet another episode of Age of Antiquity. Let me just make sure that everything is looking good here. Yeah, I think we are in good shape. Let's just get the chat going. And there we are. Okay, so Age of Antiquity. Let's have some fun with this, shall we? By the way, if you... What the hell is this little smudge thing going on here? What is this? That's me. That's me putting things on the wrong layer again. Okay, so I'm going to deal with that. What are we working on tonight? What are we doing? That's a great question. So yesterday we worked on... I love these things. The Governor's Island and the garrison. That would be the word. The garrison. And I think they look freaking fantastic. I am super, super, super happy. Now, I do think that we're going to work on the rich district a little bit. Maybe work on some bathhouses a little bit. Maybe work on this temple right here. It's not going to be that big, by the way. And I have some aqueducts prepared to go. So I think I'm going to also place the aqueducts today. And this is linked off those aqueducts. So I'm going to first clean them up. So let's do that to begin with. So basically, on the Gaxmore map that I did... Why are you not erasing? Yes, that's correct. Well, there is more than one way to do... Are you gonna... What is going on here? What, touch? Nothing's drawing. What the heck? What the heck? Well, that did not work, did it? Edit preferences. I tried a fix that someone suggested for my cursor problem, and you see that cursor right there? But it floats behind Photoshop. The fix that the person had me try did not work, clearly. Oh lordy. Alright, well, you know what? We are going to shut down Photoshop. I'm going to say, yes, you can save that. And I am going to remove the file that this person said should be there. And I'm going to do it all while streaming. Why the hell not? Ugh. But I'm not going to do it on video. Because that would be stupid. I think it was under roaming, it was Adobe Photoshop 21, settings, and then Photoshop user config. I'm going to delete that file. I don't think that was good. And then I'm going to fire back up my Photoshop. Let's hope that this works. Otherwise, very short stream today. Alright, let's grab this over here. Let's open up our Age of Antiquity. Let's see if we have a cursor. There's a cursor. That's nice. Do we have a raising? There's a... Okay, so that suggestion to fix something was a bad suggestion. That's on me though. I should have actually fired up Photoshop and tested it before I got on stream. So that's all on me. Let's get into this properly this time, shall we? Okay, so we erased that. And I kind of now... How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? So... That's got to be above there. It would be above the towers as well. I kind of want to delete the water we've got going on. And I want to keep the shadow. So let's try something. Hey, Tarnished Knight. Good to see you. You missed nothing because I was having Photoshop problems. Let's try that. No, it didn't bloody work. Hold on. Can I nudge this down? Yes, I can. Now I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to paste that in. And then that gives us an aqueduct. By the way, Tarnished Knight, really good to see you. Is the music too loud? I turned it up the smidge. I was listening to some playback and I realized it was very, very, very quiet. Like virtually non-existent. So let's get rid of that. This is the shadow of the aqueduct. So we're gonna move him up there. But first I'm gonna delete this. We don't need two aqueducts. Not like this. Alright. So if I bring him up here, we're gonna work on them a little bit later on. I'm just going to leave them up in the corner there. Hey Alex, good to see you. Tarnished Knight said music's perfect. Excellent. Already shaping up to be a good evening. What are you two cool kids been up to anyway? You been playing games? Bathhouses. Should we do bathhouses? I'm going to work on the bathhouses. Let's get our brush reset. Do something like this. And you know, I'm actually going to put this back. Preferences. What's it called? Cursors. And we're going to do show crosshair on the brush tip because I quite like it. You get that extra level of precision on there. And if I have the same Photoshop problem when my cursor disappears behind the scenes, I'm just going to restart my Photoshop. I don't care at this point, you know. Alright, so we need a bathhouse right here. Yeah, Generation Zero. I had a vibe that maybe you were playing some Generation Zero. Is the building in there yet? Like the construction capabilities? That's one game that Jack and I are not done with. We're definitely going back to Generation Zero. I kind of want to do something like this, I think. And have an open air bath here. And let's make that pathway a little bit wider. And we'll do a mosaic floor or something like that in there. So how does the construction work? I love building games, but I prefer the ones like 7 Days to Die or Minecraft, where it's like individual blocks that you're putting together, even if you could shape the blocks. Imperium was like that too, versus the forest, where it's kind of sections that you have to then populate with materials and resources. How does that one work? I assume it's more like the forest. Oh, so you haven't actually got the building stuff done. Okay, okay, good. New characters, low-level characters. Makes sense. How about a bathhouse? Straight... right underneath here. Near the temple, I think. How long have you guys been playing the game? Like, just in all? It seems like you've got some tenure in it, you know? So wait. Finks Rising? Finks Rising? What is Finks Rising? Now I has confused. Apex! Look at this exciting screen if someone joined right now. Like, ooh, yeah, that's awesome. Alright, so I'm gonna do 4 baths on this one. By the way, Pex, those fixes that you sent me for the Adobe issue we're having, literally broke by Adobe. So, watch the first 5 minutes of the stream tonight and you'll see how it broke it. So yeah, it didn't work. And I suspect it was a Mac fix. Because no one talks about a PC version of Photoshop. Alright, let's get rid of you. Okay, so it's a DLC for Generation Zero, actually expands on the story and plot. That's cool, I didn't even know there was a DLC. Well, congratulations on the second jab. Mine is a week tomorrow. Mine's a week away on Thursday. So if you don't hear from me for the days afterwards, you know that I had a reaction. Oh, Pex, by the way, next Thursday, I've got my second shot. So Friday, I may be out of commission. Where's the other bathhouse? I thought there were 3 bathhouses in this place. I feel like there could be more, but I'm not gonna complain. We should also get our scale bar and verify. Nope, oh, did it again, as Alex says. There's my earthquake. There's my scale bar. So how big is that? Alright, so that's almost 200 feet across. 200 feet for a bathhouse? That's a pretty major bathhouse. That's okay, right? Don't want any larger than that. 10 DLCs. Oh, okay. I wonder if Jack and I... Well, we must have them, right? I would assume. Didn't even look at DLCs for some bizarre reason. Tarnished Knight, why did you get a bollocking from the nurse? I've lost my other... Ah, there it is. I was going to say I lost my other bathhouse, but I found it. It's okay. Yeah, not far from the forum. Seems like a good bathhouse to be at. I think we're going to make this an attractive little bathhouse here. Maybe flanked by some trees. Like a right proper number. Hey, Brain! I'm a sucker for weapon packs, so tarnished. I am a sucker for a good weapon pack. Did I know how you've injured your foot? Did you tell us? "200 feet in a bathhouse was around 100 people. Brian, you're sapping my will to live, man. You're sapping my will to live. I don't even know what to do with that." That's not even really a dad joke at this point. Alright, I'm gonna make this one right posh. Don't like how that last line turned out. There we go. You hurt your foot over a year ago, and it's still healing? Wow. Wow. I'm gonna delete these trees. I drew them prematurely. Oh, don't do that, don't do that. No, there are no... You know what, actually, Brian? I don't know. I was about to say there are no squid people in this. I don't know. There absolutely could be squid people in this. And now I want squid people in this. Wouldn't everything benefit from some squid people? I'm going to colour those in various pools. And the rest of this is roof. Is this an improbable roof shape? Abso-freaking-lutely. But I'm doing it anyway. Alright, bathhouses, done. Let's hit save. Burned 3 toes on each foot, not 1 foot, each foot of a radiator due to neuropathy and antidepressant meds. Okay, it was in hospital, literally lost 3 of them, common buggers, big toe on the left foot, surgically clean. Okay. Nearly had to be removed, now it's just been a stubborn bugger not healing. Wow. Fell asleep with your feet next to a cold radiator but it turned on. Wow. Holy heck. Don't hear that type of thing often. That's a mind trip. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That sucks. If I may, and I don't like to be the person that is like, but silver lining, because my granddad did that all of the time and it was annoying as AF, but If you were in the United States, that would bankrupt you. So you have that going for you. The good old NHS and those nurses giving you a good royal bollocking. So you'll like this. I got a cut on this finger. It was a serious cut. It went all the way round. It was like to the bone. Stupid freak accident. You know, good nerve damage, all the rest of it. But it just needed stitches. That's all it needed. Okay, there was no surgery or anything like that involved. With insurance here in the United States, with good insurance, it still cost me over $500. And it's like, so why am I paying? I've got insurance. Why are we doing this thing? I am actually scared of getting seriously injured. It would destroy me. And I have good insurance, like I say. It would just destroy me. I hate that. That's the one thing I hate about this country so much. There's a few things nowadays, but you know what I'm saying. It's just... it's so backward. Culture. Look after your people. Civilization. Or not. Or not. Let me just check the angle. The angle on that is good. I'm going to draw in this. I've been jonesing to draw in this. No, if you're going to get like your feet taken off, you don't want T800 style feet, and this is what you're talking about. You want those like Blade Runner style feet, right? You want to get those like bendy athletic things. Be able to run 1,000,000 miles an hour on them. Jump over buildings. Anyway, what I was going to look up here, if I can look up here we go, is, and I could have Alex Vixen do this for me, she is my researcher after all, is... I want dimensions and a map of the Roman Pantheon. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm actually gonna take a quick shift. I want dimension. I'm gonna draw the Pantheon. This is beautiful. I'm gonna steal this. Let's paste this in here. Alright, I'm gonna basically draw the outside shape of that. I want the Pantheon in this particular spot, complete with the opening at the top there. Yeah, I'm with Brian. Alright, so what are the dimensions of this thing? I might have to actually... Dimensions of the Pantheon. Yes, the Roman one. Hey, Bodhi freaking Gazilla! There's a name we haven't seen in a while. Gotta love a little slice of the Bodhi. $142 feet in diameter. There we go. That's what we needed. 142 feet in diameter. So let's grab our scale bar of woe. That's probably going to be pretty small, isn't it? Alright, so to all intents and purposes, it's basically this distance right here. So it's just a wickle fella. And there you go. 142 feet in diameter, rising to 71 feet in height. Might make it a little bit larger. Like this. Ours is going to be 170 feet across. But look how small he is compared to everything else. He's just a wickle fella. Hello. A wickle guy. You wickle little pantheon. Oops. Yeah, I think that would be a good size. I think that would be a good size. My original estimate was way off. We're definitely going to have an open move. Definitely going to have an open move. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. This is one building I've actually wanted to be drawing since we started this thing. That's great for the interior. Well done, Faden. Let's try the exterior now. There we go. My eye is getting better and better on those circles. Okay, edit. Stroke. 5 pixels. Yeah, that would be about right. And what did they call that thing at the top? What do they call that? There's a name for that at the top of the Pantheon. I should know, and yet I don't. I am always happy to admit when I don't know something. Which happens a lot. Yeah, it feels thick, but only because we're zoomed in so heavily. I think that's okay. Yeah, tarnished now. It's a cute little Pantheon. It's a cute little... You are. Yeah, you are. I don't know if it is Dias. Oh, look at that. This is lovely. This is lovely. And, you know, honestly, this has to be one of my favourite buildings in the world. And, yeah. Oh, the Rotunda. Oh, no, the Rotunda is the internal sphere. So that's the whole thing. Is a Rotunda. But the construction of this just blows me the hell away. You know what they have got, though? They have got this lip here on the outside. Alex, thanks for sending this across. This is actually good. This is actually helping me a lot. I'm going to use this as visual reference here. This is just... I watched an engineering video on the construction of the Rotunda, and it was just freaking fascinating. Like, as they got higher and higher on this, they actually started to fill in the concrete panels with amphora, empty amphora, creating bubbles inside the concrete to make it lighter and lighter while still having volume. I mean, these guys were smart, man. They were so freaking smart. You know, I get the occasional person cropping up really bashing on the ancient Romans. And I'm not saying that they were good people, but they also spanned, what, like, over 1,000 years of freaking history, so let's not just brush them all with the same, like, brush here, but, like, just hating on Romans just in general, and yeah, I look at things like this, and I fall in love all over again. It's like, how could you not admire at least the part of the people that could come up with something like this, even if the entrance was too short? I mean, it's stunning, it's beautiful, it's sexy as hell. Oculus. I knew it had a special name. The Oculus. Just stunning. Just freaking stunning. What's my brush size here? 10. Okay. Well, let's get this drawn in, looking at the side. So there's definite steps coming up here. I'm going to make our steps a little bit exaggerated. Oh, I did that again. Don't do that. Alright, we're going to get rid of the background here. I think we're in a position to be able to do that. Let's ditch that. Ours is slightly larger than the real life version, but only slightly. I think we've added an extra 20 feet to it, just to make it a little bit more visual. Alright, so what have we got now? Okay, so there's actually... So there's a bit here. Like so. There actually is a flat roof. And then this bit. This bit is not flat. So that's the bit that slopes down. Then we've got the Oculus. I should know the name Oculus. I own an Oculus. That's going to be my mental thing from now on. Okay, so select, modify, contract. Let's try 10. Wow, 10's too much. Select, modify, contract 5. Let's try that. And we'll do 3 pixels. No, I'm going to do less than that. Let's do 2. Let's make this pretty light. And I'm going to get rid of you. And then I'm going to deselect. I still have a little something going around the top there. But you know what? I'm going to leave it because I like the texture. I think that's it. I think that's our Pantheon. I think that's everything on Alex Vixen's picture. Now, the actual... Let me try and get this right. Let me try and remember. Shit. Hold on a minute. So we've got the Oculus at the top, and then we've got the... Why is my brain so shit at this stuff? Rotunda? Rotunda. Okay, I was close. It has steps on the outside, and I'm wondering if I want to add them. I'm wondering if I want to add the steps. I mean, I could. This is the time to do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Just for texturing, I'll do it. So select, modify, contract. So we did 5 pixels. So I'm actually going to do like 7 pixels. Well, apparently we're not doing 7 pixels. Should we try 10 pixels? 10 was too much. 10 came in a lot. So, but yeah, okay. So I'm going to do this on another layer. And so if I do an edit stroke 1 pixel, and actually I'm going to make this a little lighter. There, that looks actually pretty good. Ignore this up the top here. Now, so select, modify, contract 3. Yeah. Edit stroke. Yep. Okay, and this starts to now deviate from being circular. I'm just going to do one more step. Yep, okay, so something like that, but I am going to get rid of this. I don't want any of that. I think that looks freaking grand. I am going to get rid of this because it is a distraction now. We don't need that. That is freaking grand, that is. That's lovely. Hey, what is here? God damn, man. It's good to see you. I was actually... Zombie Dance Team Leader is here? What the hell? Zombie dance team leader. Oonch, 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 oonch. Damn good to see you. Damn good to see you. Rodney, damn good to see you too. I actually was showing my husband your lightsabers only the other day. Zombie, no, honestly, lurk as much as you like. It's just good to have you drop in once every 6 months or so. There's a blast from the past. In fact, Zombie and Rodney, this is what we've been working on. Right here. It's a bit of a mega city. Population 200,000. And it's gonna be a doozy. Rodney, keep showing pictures because I love watching your work. You're quite a craftsman, you really are. No, not a zombie. You're not the zombie, the lightsaber guy. Rodney is the lightsaber guy. He actually, he's got a lathe and shit, and he creates lightsaber handles, and they look incredible. They look beautiful. You're the guy who I'm never quite sure what you do for a living, even though you've told me, but every single time I talk to you, I think you go around breaking people's legs or something. Like, if I found out the zombie dance team leader was actually a mafia hitman and he whacked people, I kind of actually would not be that surprised, and I don't know why I think that. I just get this vibe. He's always going places, doing work, you know what I mean? Meeting his boss at the location. Oh, gotta go. Boss called. It's like, someone's getting kneecapped. Hey, WW2 is here. Good to see you. In fact, WW2 tonight, just so you know, I have added 3 bathhouses. 1, 2, 3, and we've just done the Pantheon. Yeah. Scaled correctly, but plus 20 feet. Made it a little bit bigger, but it looks divine. I love it so much. I'm actually going to do a town square around that thing. I think there is in real life, isn't there? So, or should I make it a square, town square? Not round. I keep making things difficult for myself. I'm going to do a square one. He doesn't break legs according to his own testimony. He talks to people, makes them offers. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay, I am going to just very quickly, I'm cheating a little bit here, but what I want to do is, I don't want to draw the outside of this thing. I don't want it to have a hard edge. Oops, wrong one. So I'm going to go here. I don't know why that's open. I'm going to close that. Here we go. I think it's this one. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it actually a little bit lighter. Let's make that a little bit lighter. And I'm going to cobble or flagstone that area. And I'm doing so because I want to create that like square around it. There we go. Now we're colouring this and I don't need to do this erasing, but just to tidy things up. Now I'm going to deselect. let's actually put the selection back on. Let's do a little bit more at the top. Now let's deselect. That looks lovely. I am very much happy with that. Let's hit save. Now we've done all of that work. Now I can actually draw buildings around that, and we'll do the road coming off it. I think that's what we're going to do right now. And we're going to get some nice little rich villas and things like that drawn. Because this is the rich side of town and how the other half live. Yeah, wardrobe. Wait till you see these bathhouses coloured. We're going to do little mosaics on the bath floors. Get that little bit of water in there, but you give it a touch of opacity so the mosaics show through. I'm feeling it. Now, I love doing that type of thing. And all when the print size is going to be something like this. So it's kind of ridiculous. But this is what we do on this channel. We draw ridiculous things. I love that. I love that so much. Alright. So let's get some guides in here that are better than the ones I've got. Let's get rid of this. I'm gonna draw, I think, a straight... Yeah, we know that's rich, so we're gonna get rid of you. I'm kind of feeling like this straight road coming down here, you know? Like this avenue, this wonderful avenue. And we'll do another square here with a road that then comes away. I kind of like that idea. Yeah, because we could have one road that then sort of bisects it and comes, like, it leads out of the city, goes into the city. Yeah, I'm digging that idea. Question time. We could do a question time. What did you have in mind? Is my brush too large? My brush is too large. Okay. Where does that go? And if I... Is this too narrow? Might be too narrow. I'm going to move the bathhouse, I think. Book 1, 6, 6, 6. Okay, let me draw the avenue, and then this is going to be a pretty wide avenue here, by the way. This might be too wide. Well, actually, is it too wide? Is it too wide? An avenue that is 80 feet across? I don't think that's too wide, right? For a major avenue? Maybe get some pillars going down it? Major buildings either side? Okay, move bathhouse. Let's do that first. And then we're going to do question time. There we go. Bathhouse moved. Let's hit save. And let's do question time. Okay, book 1. Question 6, 6, 6. We find a question and we'll see what book we're looking at. It's an odd question. It is an odd question. Alright, questions about me. And when I say me, all of us. But I'm going to answer first. Questions about me. Question 666. What is one thing you do you consider practical? Is this even English? What is one thing you do you consider practical? What is one thing you do you consider practical? So like something I do that I consider to be practical. Is that what it's asking me? What is one thing you do you consider practical? I feel like I'm missing a word in there. One thing I do which I consider to be practical. Oh, Alex, great. 230 feet across? What? Oh, then we're golden. We're definitely golden. 230 feet across? That's huge. Alex thinks that her hugging is practical. Alright, what do I do that is practical? Practical. I don't like the word practical. Well, you know, okay, I mean, I suppose this counts as probably the most practical part of my entire existence, to be honest with you. I really live by a regime, like a schedule, but more than you may think. You know, a lot of us have got day jobs. There's a level of schedule. But I know when I'm streaming. I know the times when I'm streaming. I know what I'm streaming. I know what I'm doing on the Thursday. I know what I'm doing on the Friday. I carve out time on the Friday evening to do painting. I try to. I know what I'm doing on the Saturday for the entire year. I know what I'm doing on Sundays. I like to think that I live a very practical, scheduled existence. Very organized existence. And that has to be, at least at a high level, a practical approach to what is a pretty full life. Because if I didn't approach it like that, I would never get any commissions done. Like, ever. You know? So I think that's practical. It's boring, but it's practical. I don't know what else I do. It's practical. Pex, is it a 3-lane walkway? I don't know what it is. I'm going to put some pillars or something down the centre of it. But I actually don't know what it is. It's just a road. And I just decided it was a fairly major road about 5 minutes ago. What else do I do that's practical? I know, what do you do that's practical? I'm going to read out another one. How do I feel about growing older? There you go. %99% of me doesn't care. I don't think about my age too much. I never have. I got to a point where I was about 30 and I just stopped caring about age. Maybe it was closer to 40. And I just stopped really thinking about it. I mean, there's certain aspects of me where maybe, you know, it's not as easy to bend down on the floor, get back up again, you know, or stupid shit like that. Memory's never been particularly good, so I haven't noticed my memory getting worse. So I don't really care, and I've been okay with getting older. I'm not scared of getting older. I'm not scared of dying, which is an extreme version, I know. But I'm okay with life. I'm okay with where it's going. I'm okay with my trajectory. I was scared about retirement, but I'm not anymore. I think I'm doing okay for my retirement. So I don't know if I could afford to be retired here in the United States. I mean, Jesus, but I'm not scared of getting older. I'm okay with it. What about you? I know some people have like real fear of like dying and stuff, and I don't know, maybe they fear infirmity. But I take life like really one step at a time. I try not to get sort of too hung up on things that just haven't happened. I mean, I think one reason why I don't worry about too much of getting older is I could be dead tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I could be dead in a year's time. You don't know what life is going to do. You don't know the curveball you're going to get. So just go through life, try to enjoy each day as you're getting it, and enjoy the people you're with, and just enjoy your existence, right? Until you're not. So that's kind of how I tend to work. And that's probably one reason why I don't really care about getting older. I mean, I'm going to do another little square here, I think. I feel like it's appropriate. Maybe we'll do a slightly bigger square, but something like this. Right there. Maybe this one's... I'm staying away from circular, by the way, because we have this oval thing going on. And I don't want too much... And we've got another one right there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the time when I'm mapping, I'm trying to think about balance, visual balance. And if we have this oval, and we've got this circle, and then I do another circle here, I feel like it could be too much. So I kind of want to have this side not have a circle on it. I'm trying to stay away from that a little bit. Alright, we will do that, and then I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do this again because I am a sly little minx. I'm gonna colour that in. I've never done this like this before. This is like the final step that I normally do, but I've been kind of into it. It's kind of it adds some details and stuff before you're ever really at the colouring phase, which I'm kind of down with. And you know, if we're gonna do that, wouldn't it just be ever so naughty if we did this? I could still draw pillars and statues and things on the top of it. Let's get this major road in. I was about to say highway. Get this major road in here. Octagon, says Rodney. Octagon. Octagon. You know, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I will change it to an octagon, my friend. I mean, theoretically, I could change it to an octagon right here just by cutting off those corners. But alright. Okay, look, here you go, Rodney. Here you go. Let's do it. Fuck, you're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. I'm gonna have to eyeball this. I am just gonna have to eyeball the crap out of it. There's probably a mathematical way of doing this, but I'm not doing that because I'm not a practical person. Large monuments in the center. Rodney, correct me if I'm wrong, and I probably am, but weren't you one of the masterminds behind that 3-way intersection on the Light Harbor map? And we ended up putting a big, huge fountain and stuff in the center of that. Feel that was you. This is definitely a math-free zone. Oh, I'm still... What brush am I drawing with? Oh, I need to change to black for this. There we go. This is going to be a little bit of a crapshoot here, but... So if I do that just as a measurement... That is about as much as I want to do of actually mathing this thing out, okay? And then there's almost certainly a proper way to draw an octagon. Well, it's actually kind of funny how some of my lines have been lining up with this. Okay, so something like that. Now, if we get our path and we fill that in, go on then. Go on then. Let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a whirl. And you know, by the time we actually draw the buildings around this, get a monument in the center, any imperfections to this octagon is going to be fine. Let's get rid of our trace. Let's see what we're looking at. Definitely a little bit rough around the edges there, but I will straighten them out. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of this and that. Alright, so it's going to look something like that. Yeah, I got a funny feeling, man, that you were there when I did it, but I could be wrong. I'm not even touching you right now, Photoshop. I am literally not touching you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get back over here. Come on. Don't do that again. Let me just tidy up the edges of this just a little bit. I'm still on there. So just... Oh, I'm on the trace doing that. That's not good. I don't want to be on that. I want to be on this. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Alright, back to black. Back to buildings. Back to you. And I'm gonna hit save real quick. 15 pixel size. Hal does strange things a lot of the time. Alright, so I don't want to erase too much of the trace layer here. I think that's not looking too shabby. How are we doing on stream? We got about an hour in, so we are doing well. Let's draw a couple of buildings around this. I was going to work on the aqueducts a little bit. And I still think I will. So hold on a sec. We can get rid of this. Keep our scale bars. Where's my aqueduct gun? Alright, so I'm gonna now grab both of these and I'm gonna duplicate them. And I am gonna bring them suckers over here. And this aqueduct is kind of like a little bit of a no-brainer. Now here's the thing that I'm a little bit concerned about with the aqueduct. What was the width of an actual aqueduct? What, like 20 feet across or something like that? Tops. On this map, it's just a line. And I kind of don't want to do that because I feel like it's going to lose any significance, you know? I kind of want it to be a little thicker than maybe real life. I feel like in areas like that, we need to do that. But I don't want it to look freaking stupid either. You see... But hold on a minute. Oh, that's the channel width. It was going to be the channel width. That's been more than that. Width left wall, width right wall, floor strength, inside width. Just give me the overall cross section. 2.3 feet wide. That has to be the channel width. I might have to just draw a blue freaking line on the page. I just didn't wanna. Like, what is the width of the Segovia aqueduct? Like, what dimensions are we dealing with? 16.7 feet. I knew it had to be wider. Okay, 16.73 feet wide is Segovia. Okay. So, scale bar. And I don't want to get too anal with this, you know. Mine is about... ...20 feet wide. I'll make it a little narrower than that. Okay. I'll make it a little narrower. Something like this. Now, oh, by the way, that shadow is the Segovia Aqueduct shadow, so that kind of like ties in. Now, if we rotate this a little bit, and then I'm going to deal with the shadow in a moment, shadows separately, but I'm going to bring the aqueduct in, let's say around here. Incidentally, I spoke to the client about how many aqueducts this city should have, because it does have a fairly high population, but they have a fresh river right there. So I think maybe 3 aqueducts in this city. But, you know, maybe just one aqueduct coming in at the far side. One aqueduct over here for the rich. Maybe we don't need another one, I don't know. But, like, it seems a bit silly to have an aqueduct come in right next to the river, don't you think? So the other thing that I have a problem with is this shadow is freaking huge. I mean, where's my scale? The shadow is about 160 feet across right now, and I don't think that's realistic. I think I need to make my shadow half the size, and I'm really gonna be sad because I'm gonna lose the detail of the shadow. But I think it's gonna look like the bloody aqueduct is way up there, you know? Rome had 11. But Rome was in also like, what, 2 million people or something like that? I suppose Rome had a river. Yeah, I'm gonna add more aqueducts. I feel like it should have more aqueducts. I feel like 2 is not enough. 2 does not imply 200,000 people, does it? River or not. In fact, this is not the Aqueduct of Segovia, this shadow. What is it? Anyway, doesn't matter. I was umming over names. But I do think that the actual shadow needs to be made smaller. So... with that would work, right? Looks like it's got some height. In fact, now I've got this, I don't need the other aqueduct. I'm going to turn that off. That's going to be my backup because I can duplicate this. So, shadow copy. How well did I do this? Did I twist? I twisted my shadows around. Oh, you silly little girl. So hold on a sec. Let's get rid of you. No, don't do that. Transform. Did I skew? I must have skewed this thing. I don't want to redraw this. I do not want to redraw this thing. Damn it, don't make me redraw this. You're gonna make me redraw this, aren't you? You're gonna make me redraw this. Ah, you bastard. Really? Can we play nice? Can we play nice? This is a complex shape that I did not want to have to redo. But you're gonna make me, aren't you? You're gonna make me. Well, you know, maybe we can save this. Maybe we can save this. I think if I... Let's be bold. Can I do this? Yeah, I think we can get away with this. Okay, so then we'll merge them. This size, I think it will work out fine. It's barely worth mucking about with at this scale. But I can't let it go. I can't let it go. I've got a big huge thick black line right there that I'm going to do something about right now. Alright. What is this line? What layer is it on? I did that in the ink layer, did I? Okay. Okay. So we get rid of you. We go to our trace. We get rid of you. And you know, while we're on our ink, we're going to get rid of this because we're not going to do an aqueduct there. We're going to actually move the aqueduct to a different location. Because this aqueduct was actually conflicting with the temple district. I'm actually going to bring the aqueduct more on an angle right into this empty space right here. It's not trade tracks. It looks like trade tracks. It really looks like trade tracks. This is a very advanced city. Alright, so we got that. That's good. And now let's do something similar with this. Just put you right. That will work. That will work. It was easier than I thought. Okay, so, and then actually, I don't know what's going on at the end here. Like, at all. But that feels like, what was I doing here? I don't know. And we'll have the water obviously kind of coming off and sort of falling into something. I've got to rotate this a little bit. And doing it by hand may not work. So what are we dealing with here? Okay, so we want about minus 0.3, 0.4. actually is not too shabby. That is not too shabby. So take you. Right, so this is going to align right there. A little bit of just bleed them together like so. And then... Okay, so I'm thinking aqueduct number 1, something like that. And actually, I kind of like it. And into this type of region, we can always move it, but this type of thing, so rich people don't have to go too far to get their water. And to Alex Vixen's point, we've got a big population here. We might need to maybe do another one coming in. Maybe even along the coast would be kind of cool. Bring it in around here. Certainly in here. But maybe a sharper angle would be more visually interesting. But let's get one on the other side. So we've at least got 2 for this evening. So I'm going to now take these and I'm going to duplicate them. And I'm going to do an edit, transform, flip it, just like this. I'm going to have to change the shadow angle. But for now, I'm going to leave it like this. I'm not going to get sort of too hung up on shadows. Not just yet. So I'm thinking about this one kind of coming into the city like this. Maybe a little bit more, you know, right into the heart of this area. And maybe what I should do is then get rid of... I kind of want the shadow to overlap a building too. You know what I'm saying? But we've got plenty of buildings to go. Gonna have to do more shadow there. I'll do that. I'll do that. But maybe there needs to be some kind of main road coming up the top here. Because if this is going to be a main, let's call it a watering hole, we need to get a nice big square here. Get a nice big huge, what, did they call it a water cistern if it's above ground? I don't know. I don't know the terminology. But like a nice big water area right here. And so I feel like the people need to be able to get to it quickly. So we've got one road here. I feel like they should have another road. Maybe from this district. Bring in, like, you know, road from here. Road from here, road from here, road from there. That's kind of where my head's at. Let's grab my shadow. Duplicate it. And put you right there. Yeah, like I say, we'll dial them shadows in. We'll get the angles right at another time. We don't need to get too concerned about that. So something like that would be the first 2. Let's hit save, because we made some good progress here. I think I'm going to add 2 more. I think I'm going to add 2 more aqueducts. Yeah, and then I could send that to the client and get them to buy in. This is shaping up to be something quite nice. Quite nice. Okay, so because I've got more going on here, why don't I copy you? And I'm gonna need to do this, and then edit, transform, definitely gonna have to noodle the shadow in this one. The shadow in this one is just wrong. What if we bring it kind of into this sort of area? It's also, I feel like I might need to have some more interesting aqueduct shapes versus straight lines. So for example, here, no, not that way. Don't do it that way. Hold on a sec. Where's my select? Oh, I can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna make these more interesting. I want them to kink a little bit, you know. I think if I remember the path of the Roman aqueducts, like in the heart of Rome, they didn't go just straight. There were some bends to them. So I think that would be more visually interesting. This one, if it kinked a little bit at the end and came in, I feel would be the way to do it. In fact, what I could do is this. And of course I've got to join all of these suckers up and get the shadows dialed in, but and if I do I want to do this? I don't really, but just for this one. So if I like get rid of this to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. We'll obviously fix that up a little bit, but it'd be like that. I think it could be just, and we're gonna want the square, let's say around here, so it's gonna fall into. Yeah, I think it's just more visually interesting. Alex Gray, a castellum. A castellum is a Roman structure that was situated at the end of an aqueduct where the water was delivered into a basin and then distributed to users. A castellum. I did not know that word. A castellum. And here's a link. Or the picture. Okay, we're going to be drawing some castellums. See, I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love again. I'm staring at this picture, getting all googly-eyed. Okay, so I'm not gonna get too hung up on this right now, but I definitely want to do a little bit of that. And this one here too. I'm thinking about maybe I'll bring it into shop, bring it down, or bring it into the city and bring it down a little bit. Just make it a little bit more visually interesting than a straight train track. But then, if we're going to do another one, something like, where's that? Because I don't normally do that. I do the keyboard shortcut. There we go. Or do we maybe? Now I kind of like coming across that short section of wall. And we could always then bring it up a little bit. We could do that. Maybe towards the south end of that. What do we think about that type of approach? So this one I kind of want to bring here because I am going to kink it. I'm going to kink it down. feel like I could be bringing an aqueduct right into the heart of town. Would not be inappropriate. Like, maybe move this one in over here. Like, bring this guy in here. Maybe even like this. But maybe we'll kink it. So, but like, something like, and then bring it down into this area. Maybe even bring it much further down into an area that we've already drawn. I could bring it into here. What if it was not too close over the towers? I think that would look weird. I actually don't think the aqueduct would go literally right over the building, so I should probably delete buildings underneath it. I don't want to do too much like deleting shit just to make room for an aqueduct. But it feels like if my aqueduct is too close to the river, it's like, why have you got an aqueduct at all? But maybe they're too close to each other. Getting one in like at this area, like towards the heart of town, feels like even this nexus of roads. And getting a main watering hole going on there, I just feel that that's appropriate. I always change the angle on this thing. What if we sort of come in like this and sort of kink it across towards the center of town? So if we did something like, if we brought that in, let's not make it too sharp. If we did something like this. In fact, if I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to join them. And then I'm going to get rid of you. Like so. Oops, let's not do that. Alright, so you two. So what if I did well, actually I could do a soft bend. So something like and we'd absolutely gotta fix this up a little bit, but as a proof of concept, the shadows and etc. are all wrong, so I would definitely have to rebuild this, but more like that. I think I could. That's what I'm kind of thinking about. Feels more natural or something, more real, more used. Out of water. That probably then is a good spot to end tonight's stream. I'm really liking how the city is shaping up. I don't know what you think. If you watched this after the fact, thank you. But let me know in the comments what you think. So tonight we definitely placed a couple of our aqueducts. I do want to touch up a few of them, obviously, but definitely going in the right direction. I'm just going to have to work on them a smidge more. We got our Pantheon in here, and I really like that. And we drew our first rich building, it being a bathhouse, of course. And we have marked off a major city square right there. We're going to do a nice big monument in the center of it. So yeah, I think that's sort of pointing in the right direction. This is a major city. Hanging out with me tonight, really do appreciate it. If you like what you see, maybe consider hitting me up with a like and subscribe below. And if you want notifications, hit that bell. You're not going to get notifications for all of YouTube. You just get notifications for me. Don't forget, I am on Discord. It's a public channel. You can come hang out. We can chat anytime. I have Discord up all of the time. Until then, no stream tomorrow. I will be streaming again next Monday, but watch out for the other videos. I have a top 30 gaming maps by land size, and it's gonna have some controversy with it. And there's gonna be a video of me trying my air compressor out and my air gun for the first time. I'm scared of it. I'm gonna capture my first time with it. Let's see if I manage to spray one of the cats. So until then, everyone, thanks so much for hanging out. I love you so much. I will see you on the flip side. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you soon.